Each day, new eShop deals arrive for the holiday season, and the latest round features some fun games going for brand new low prices, as well as others that are on sale for the first time in a long time. As always, I got you the highlights, so let's dive into the games. The original Mega Man Legacy collections are pretty good on Switch, especially that first one. Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 has the 6 NES classics, Mega Man's 1 through 6, but in addition to that, they got some great features. You can tackle stages that have been remixed a bit in a challenge mode, and can compete against others via online leaderboards. There's a new turbo function that you can enable that reduces the slowdown that was present in the original NES releases. There's a pretty good museum mode with rare art and promotional materials, and the collection even has some quality of life features, including, yes, a rewind mode. You little cheater you. Right now, this collection is only $4.99 on the eShop. Yes, that's a brand new low price for it on there. If you like NES stuff, then consider this collection a must-own. That all said, don't sleep on the second collection. It's pretty darn good too. It has Mega Man 7 that originally came out on the Super Nintendo, Mega Man 8 from the PlayStation 1, and the newer games, Mega Man 9 and 10. And for the later two, yes, all the original DLC is included. All 4 games are pretty good Mega Man games in their own right, and they're worth playing. The collection also includes time trials, remix challenges just like the first one, online leaderboards, amiibo support, a music player, and museum gallery mode. While a rewind mode is not included in this, there are options to make the games easier if you find them a little too hard. This one is also on sale for $4.99. And just like the former collection, that marks a brand new low price for it on the eShop. Basically, you can get Mega Man games 1 through 10 for just $10. That's a damn good deal. If you're looking for the Mega Man X Legacy collections, those are on sale for $7.99 each, and Mega Man 11, the latest game in the series, is on sale for $9.99 as well, in case you want to pick those up. The game Fez is about a character named Gomez, who, while seemingly enjoying his life in his 2D world, soon finds it all shaken up. He soon discovers that the fabric of space-time has been ripped apart, and now a third dimension has been revealed. Together with his newly acquired Red Fez cap, players will need to guide Gomez through the 4 2D views of the 3D world and explore, find goodies, and solve puzzles in order to make sense of it all. This is an indie game classic that does things different from other platformers out there. There's a bigger emphasis here on puzzle solving and patience, and much less emphasis on your quick action skills. No, instead, it really tries to put your puzzle solving skills to work, and that I appreciate. Fez is on sale for a brand new low price on the eShop. It's just $3.74 until December 30th. Now, the Spelunky games are platformers that definitely require some dexterity. In each game, players control a spelunker who explores caves that are procedurally generated. Getting and securing that treasure is addicting, but there's plenty of risk and danger to it. It can be tough as nails, as death is around every corner, from pitfalls to monsters and various traps. Now, what really makes these games great is the multiplayer. Yes, single player is good and all, but being able to go through the mines with some friends is fantastic, especially when things get tense and chaotic. Both games, the first game and the sequel, are very cheap right now, going for brand new low prices via the latest sale. The first one is on sale for just $3.99, while the second one is on sale for $7.99. Save Me Mr. Tako has you playing as Tako, the octopus set out to resolve the conflicts between humans and his octopus kind. He'll need to solve puzzles, spit ink, and explore the world in order to succeed in his quest. Now, at first glance, this may look like some simple Game Boy-esque style game, but trust me, this game is much bigger than most of those 8-bit classics. There's over 50 levels to explore, a ton of abilities to use, and plenty of bonus stuff to tackle, like side quests, minigames, and puzzles. It's safe to say you have plenty to do as the octopus hero. The definitive edition here on Switch features a rebalanced game difficulty, a hint system, and more quality of life improvements. And it's back on sale for $3.74, which is the first time this game has been this cheap on the eShop in over a year. Tangle Tower is a murder mystery game that follows the detective Grimoire and his assistant named Sally as they travel to Tangle Tower to solve a murder of a girl who apparently has been killed by a painting of all things. You'll need to converse with some eclectic characters, search the rooms of the towers for clues, and find out what's hidden behind it all. This game was made by the same people who worked on the Snipper Clips game for Nintendo, and you can definitely see their animated touch of sorts here. If you like detective and mystery games with a bit of humor, maybe something like the Ace Attorney games even, then this one should be up your alley. It's a pretty fun game. It's on sale for a brand new low price of $3.99 this holiday season. Indivisible is a pretty unique game. It's part action RPG and part platformer game that features mechanics inspired by the Valkyrie Profile series from Square Enix. The lead character, Anya, is able to recruit and absorb companions, and use them both in battle and outside of battle. Her companions can be assigned to a button, and pressing the assigned button can allow the character to perform actions in battle and also aid Anya while traversing outside of battle. In battle, the order of the buttons you press can affect attack combos, as well as how long you hold a button can modify their attacks or moves. It might sound a little bit confusing, but trust me, it's pretty intuitive after a couple battles. That all aside, the game is pretty gorgeous, I love the 2D art style, and it's a pretty good game overall. It reminds me of some of the older days of Japanese RPGs. This game is only $4.49 now, via the holiday sales, which is insanely cheap for a quality RPG. It's never been that cheap before in the eShop, so to get this for less than $5, yeah, this is another damn good deal. Jurassic Park Classics Game Collection is a weird one. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of these classic games, though I know some of my viewers have had their eye on this collection, so I figured I'd give it a shout out since it's on sale. For the holidays, it's on sale on the eShop at a brand new low price of just $14.99 now. The games in this collection include the NES edition of Jurassic Park, plus the Game Boy entry, the Super NES and Sega Genesis entries, Jurassic Park Part 2, The Chaos Continues for the Super Nintendo, Jurassic Park Part 2, The Chaos Continues for the Game Boy, and Jurassic Park Rampage Edition for the Sega Genesis. Again, it's just $14.99, 50% off for the first time ever until January 6th. Over the years, the developers at Hello Games have added and built up No Man's Sky with lots of free updates and expansions, and it's become one of the very best games out there. Journey from one galaxy to the next, build a base or 2 or 3, explore for hours on end, catalog creatures, engage in galactic trading, or just chill and just go fishing. Hey, do what you wish, though there is an overarching story questline to chase after if you desire. There's a lot to do in this game, and I enjoy the freedom this game has. If you've never played this game before, then you got to at some point. It's one of the most unique experiences around. The Switch version is actually a pretty impressive port. It runs pretty good, all things considered, and the only thing it doesn't have is online multiplayer. But besides that, all the rest of the content is here. All the other aspects and additions, all the updates, even the latest ones. The game is constantly kept current. Also to note, there is a cross-save function now in beta. Yes, you can upload and download a save to use on the Switch and other platforms, like the PlayStation platforms, Xbox platforms, PC, and even Mac. No Man's Sky is back on sale at its all-time low price, $23.99 until December 30th. If you want a good shoot 'em up on Switch, then you definitely need to check out Crimzon Clover World Explosion. It's one of the very best for the system. The gameplay is very similar to Taito's classic race series of shoot 'em ups. It's a vertical shooter that features a similar lock-on system. You're able to lock onto enemies by holding down the lock-on button, and when you let go of that button, you're able to launch missiles that home in on your enemies. You also have the standard shot button, and being a bullet hell game, you're able to do a lot of damage very quickly to enemies with these attacks at your disposal. That said, the game has a few more tricks that the player can use. As you defeat enemies, you're able to fill up a bomb gauge, and when it's filled part way, pressing the bomb button can activate a screen clearing bomb that can not only damage all the enemies on screen, but also momentarily clears all the bullets. The more you use the bomb button, the more the gauge must be filled in order to activate a bomb. Now if you're able to fill the gauge all the way, when you press the bomb button, you can activate a thing called Break Mode, which will grant you temporary invincibility, as well as increased firepower, and the ability for you to score a ton more points with the increased amount of stars that drop from enemies. If you fill the gauge twice over, you can activate a Break Mode within Break Mode for even more opportunities to score massive amounts of points. It's a glorious thing. This is an insanely addicting game, trying to master when to use your gauge for bombs, or to save up that gauge for break modes, basically choosing between survival and high scores. It's a great game, and it's back on sale at its all-time low price of $11.99. Trust me, it's worth it. The shoot-em-ups Over Horizon and the related Steel Empire series are some neat hidden gem horizontal shoot-em-ups. Unlike most shoot-em-ups, typically being of a space theme and all, these games have a steampunk theme and aesthetic to them. Last year, they arrived for the Switch via a mini collection, simply called Over Horizon Steel Empire. The first game in the collection, Over Horizon, was originally made for the Famicom, in addition to a small release in PAL territories in Germany. This one plays similar to the Gradius and the R-type games. You're able to shoot forwards or backwards depending on what button you press. You can also customize your ship through an edit mode, where you can modify the ship's weapons, and it stands out as a unique 8-bit game because of it. Steel Empire, for the Sega Genesis, continues with the steampunk themes. You're still able to shoot from both directions, but now weapons can be leveled up to a level of 20, far more than any typical shoot-em-up allows you to. This one is also a lot of fun. The third game in the collection is a remake of the Sega Genesis game that was originally made for the Game Boy Advance, and this has some changes to the game, including some changes with the bosses. The Over Horizon Steel Empire collection is on sale for the first time ever since its pre-sale. It's down to a new low price of $11.39. It might be a small collection compared to others out there, but these 3 games have a lot of replay value, so you'll get your money's worth. Look, making a spiritual successor to the CDI Zelda games sounds as ludicrous as it can be, but someone decided to just do that, and surprisingly, it's actually a good game. The gameplay in this one consists of being a 2D action platformer, kinda like the Monster Boy games, or even the Shantae games. There are lots of cutscenes that mimic the style of those infamous CDI Zelda games, and it can be quite goofy. The goofiness and the humor is actually one of the game's strongest aspects. It knows what it is, it embraces it fully, the wackiness of it all. If you want a game to laugh your butt off for a bit, and don't mind a little bit of jank, then Arzette is good fun. It's on sale for 50% off, which is the first time it's ever been that cheap on the eShop. Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection is a dream come true for me and many fighting game fans. It's got X-Men, Children of the Atom, Marvel Superheroes, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, Marvel vs. Capcom, and Marvel vs. Capcom 2, all in one collection. That alone, those games sold me on this collection. These are fantastic arcade fighting games, and to have them all in one spot is amazing. And to top it off, they even threw in another game, the beat-em-up game, The Punisher. That one is a blast to play too. The collection features online play for all the games with the rollback netcode, and of course there's lots of customization options and settings that you can use to adjust the games to your desire, and there's lots of museum gallery stuffs too. But I want to be clear, the fighting games, they are the star here, and I consider this a must-get collection if you love the genre. The physical edition of the collection, which just came out last month, is on sale right now for the holidays for $39.99 in most places, including Amazon, and I'll have a link to that down below. But if you want it digitally on Switch, well, it's on sale too. The holiday sale knocks $10 off the MSRP price. Now, a big sale that happens every year should be going live in a few days, but I just want to let you know that there's already been a lot of games on sale in the eShop. I've covered quite a few over the last couple of weeks. Many of those deals last through Christmas, so if you missed out on my previous videos, make sure to check them out so you get all caught up. I'll have links to those videos down below in case you need to check them out. Make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. That's all for me today, so I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you on the next video.